Hello everyone, in this video we're going to draw a deer. Start by drawing a circle as a guide for the head. To draw the circle, first make two small marks to indicate the circle's length, and then on the sides make two more small marks to indicate the circle's width. Then connect the marks using curved lines to finish the shape of the circle. Sketch lightly at first so that it's easy to erase if you make a mistake. Also pause the video to draw at your own pace. The circle doesn't have to be perfect, but if you're having trouble drawing it, just trace the outer edge of a coin, a bottle cap, or anything else with a circular edge. Inside the circle, draw a curved horizontal line. This is a construction guide that will help you place the facial features later. At the top, draw a curved vertical line for another construction guide. On the bottom left side of the head, draw a small circle as a guide for the muzzle. Pay attention to the size of this circle in relation to the head. Use the 4 marks method to draw this circle too. Most of this circle will be outside of the head circle. Draw 2 sloping lines above and below the circle to finish the guide for the muzzle. The top guide should end at the horizontal construction guide. On the top left side, draw a curved shape as a guide for the ear. Use 2 curved lines to create the shape. Draw a similar shape on the right side of the head as a guide for the other ear. The sizes of the ears should be big in relation to the head. Under the head, draw 2 vertical lines as guides for the neck. The line on the right should be longer. On the top right side of the head, draw a long curved line as a guide for the antler. Draw the line toward the ear, then curve it up high above the head. The longer you make this line, the bigger the antler will be. On the left side of the head, draw a similar line as a guide for the other antler. Draw the line along the top edge of the ear and then curve it up. Add a sloping line to the branch on the right for a branch on the antler. Start this line near the middle of the antler and then curve it up and to the left. Add a shorter sloping line to the antler on the left for a branch. And that's it for the guidelines. Now let's start on the final drawing. Inside the head, lightly sketch 2 small circles for the eyes. Place the eyes on top of the horizontal construction guide and on either side of the vertical guide. Place the eye on the left close to the edge of the head circle. Make the circle on the left slightly thinner because the head is turned. When you get the sizes and positions of the eyes right, darken the shapes. As you darken the shapes, make the sides pointier for the corners of the eyes. The inner corners of the eyes should point down toward the muzzle. The outer corners of the eyes should point to the sides toward the ears. Draw a couple of lines along the top edges of the eyes for the eyelashes. Draw a couple of shorter lines around the eyes for creases. Add a couple of shorter lines above the eyes for the thick brow. Inside each eye, off to the side, draw a tiny circle for the highlights. In the middle of the eyes, draw small ovals for the pupils. Shade in the pupils. Inside the muzzle, lightly sketch a small circle for the nose. The nose should be big in relation to the circle for the muzzle. When you get the size and position of the nose right, darken the shape. Make the top of the nose flat. On the sides of the nose, draw curved lines for the nostrils. Make the nostril on the left smaller because the head is turned. Draw a short line on the bottom of the nose. Below the nose, draw a line that curves to the right for the mouth. The mouth should extend outside of the initial circle. Darken the left edges of the guides to create the side of the muzzle. The top of the muzzle should be close to the eye on the left. Draw a curved line under the mouth for the chin. Follow the path of the initial circle as you draw the chin. Extend the line to the right to create the lower jaw. Use the curved shape on the top right side of the head as a guide to draw the first ear. Darken the basic shape but make the bottom wider. Inside the shape, draw a series of short strokes for the ear's furry opening. Use the curved shape on the left side as a guide to draw the other ear the same way. Darken the basic path of the guide to create the ear. Inside the shape, draw a series of short strokes for the fur. On the top right side of the head, draw a couple of short sloping lines for the base of the antler. Darken the long curved lines to create the lower edge of the antler. Make the lines more angular. Draw more curved lines close to the guides to make the shape of the antler thicker. The tips of the antler should be pointy. Draw a thin pointy shape in the middle for another branch. Sketch lightly at first and only darken the lines when you get the shapes right. Near the base of the antler, draw another branch using vertical lines. Don't overlap the lines for the branches. On the top right side, draw another thin pointy shape for another branch. Draw a couple of short lines on the top left side of the head for the base of the other antler. Use the long curved lines as guides to draw the other antler. Use the guide in the middle to draw a thin pointy shape for a branch. Draw a couple more thin pointy shapes higher up for more branches. Follow the path of the guide as you draw the branches. Draw a smaller branch near the base of the antler. Make the tips of the antlers pointy. Draw another long thin shape for the final branch. Don't overlap the lines as you draw the branches on the antler. Use the remaining shapes and lines as guides to draw the rest of the head. Simply darken the outer edges of the guides to create the shape of the head. Make the left side of the head thinner than the initial circle. Draw a curved line above the eye on the left. Draw a couple more lines within the head to emphasize the shapes. Now go over the final lines with permanent ink. The next few steps are sped up so that the video isn't too long. Take your time and be careful when you ink your drawing to avoid any accidents. Don't ink the initial guidelines, only the final drawing. When the ink dries, erase all of the guidelines. Make the lines darker to emphasize the shapes. Add a few dark shadows using ink. Draw a few dark lines across the antlers for ridges and grooves. Now color your drawing. Use black to color the nose. On the top part of the nose, leave a thin strip blank for a highlight. Add a bit of black to the sides of the mouth. Color the main part of the head using different shades of brown. Color the eyes brown too. Color lightly at first and gradually build up to darker colors. For a light shade of a color, push down very lightly on your pencil, then push down harder for darker shades. Use dark brown and a bit of blue for shadows. Use light brown and yellow for highlights. Don't color the areas around the eyes and nose, the ears, and under the head. Use lighter shades of brown for the rest of the head. Add more shadows using gray and a bit of blue. Slowly and gradually blend all the colors together. Push down slightly harder on your pencils to blend the colors together. Use light shades of brown and gray to color the antlers. Coloring can be time-consuming, so be patient and take breaks. Keep coloring until you're happy with the result, and that's it for the deer. Don't forget to pause the video to draw at your own pace. Also, please visit howtodrawanimals.com, where every step of this tutorial is broken down into an individual image. That's how, and then the number 2, then drawanimals.com. If you'd like to support my channel, please consider buying my books on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe for more videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep drawing.